peonies are out, the white ones. Fluffy and scented. I had 3 roses on this Generous Gardener rose from David Austin last year, and it was no higher than 1 metre, and I cannot believe that it's grown up here. It's a climber. It's just gone on and on and on without me realising it's this particular rose about to burst open over my shed. So I'm trying to train it over the shed. Incredible, beautiful scent, and very, as the name goes, generous in terms of buds. I'm going to go to David Austin Roses again and show you the roses there and get another one, because they always come back, don't they, every year. Here I am at David Austin Roses, and what a delight this place is. I've been a couple of times before, and when you step out the car, the scent is intoxicating. I wish I could put it down the camera. And let's go and have a look at what's around and have a cup of tea as well. The roses are beautiful. And here the ducks are. I love this Desdemona one. It's similar in colour to the Generous Gardener, but more of a creamy undertone. And the scent is delicious. Oh, here's me duck. It says, now you've visited Albrighton, David Austin Roses, there are other places in the area to visit. St Mary Magdalene Church, the Red House Village Hall, St Cuthbert's Church, Handkerchief Tree and Village Green, obviously Royal Air Force Museum, Cosford, Albrighton Trust Moat and Gardens, Boscobel House, and St Bartholomew's Church, Tongue, and the Donington and Albrighton Local Nature Reserve. So lots to do. So we're going to the entrance to the plant centre, Rose Gardens and Restaurant and Garden Room. Here we have a rose called Eustacia Vi. I've got Lady of Shalott at home, which I've introduced you to before. There's a tiny one here, Wild Eve. It's not quite out. And Gertrude Jekyll is taking the prize so far. I'm assuming that when the original David Austin opened up his area for roses, it must have been some kind of field he bought, because he's divided it into all these various sections that you're about to see on this map. The Lion Garden, the Renaissance Garden, all sorts. And he would presumably have had it as a field, I'm guessing. There are so many roses, I can't even describe it. The majority of them will be out in the next week or two. But we've hit it at a nice time because there are plenty of the climbers that are fully out behind me, as you can see, and also around the shop. So I'm just going to let you see the pictures because I think the roses speak for themselves. Vanessa Bell. There's a tree patio rose. It's called a standard rose. Underplanted by these lovely little daisies. Elizabeth. Hyde Hall. Oh, we've seen Desdemona before.
These are cool, aren't they? Are they quite easy? Are they easier to maintain if they're like in a bigger pot? More soil, like more moisture.
Spotted a peacock. Ooh. Mr. Austin's private garden. I'm going to show you through the gates. Lovely house. This lion is definitely living the right life. Smelling the roses. It's heavenly here. It is absolutely heavenly. And the underplanting with alliums and geums. It just gives such a richness to the scene. It's like being in a fairy tale storybook. It's quite incredible. And look at this one here. What's this one? Let's have a look. Olivia Rose, Austin. Member of the family this is named after. How perfect is that? The following day, we decided to go to a national garden scheme in Malvern. And this house is somebody's private home. And they had to build into the back garden because they didn't have a garden. It was just all high mud patch when they arrived. So they've built terraces and filled it with plants. Look at this. It's quite incredible. And because it's May, they said there's an abundance of irises around the place. And beautiful, huge poppies, which I really liked. And it's quite a spectacular scene to be able to cut into this back garden. And you'll see a bit of the front garden as well as we go through now. And Malvern was so quiet. I just couldn't believe, in comparison to where I live, the silence within the garden. It was fabulous. It really was. And on the way home, we decided to just go past Malvern College. This is the public school where Monty Don the gardener went. And what a spectacular building that is. It's only a section of it. Obviously, we didn't go into the private grounds. But beautiful, beautiful facilities. My son went to do a cricket practice or something there once, just because he wanted to get into county cricket. And boy, oh boy, were we blown away by the facilities in that place. Particularly as his own school didn't allow them to play cricket in case they ruined the pitch. I thought I'd just open the David Austin Rose booklet and introduce you to the original founder, David Austin, David C.H. Austin, not the son who now runs the business. It says from schoolboy to rose breeder. And in 1940, he sowed some seeds. It says, David Austin, renowned for his creation of English roses, developed a passion for plants at a young age. Inspired by the discovery of a gardening magazine, after being encouraged by his teacher and influenced by E.A. Bunyard's book, on old garden roses, he fell in love with roses. In 1950, David started growing roses as a hobby, focusing on old roses but experimenting with hybrid teas to compare attributes. His breakthrough moment came when he realised he could create a new rose with the beauty of old roses and the benefits of modern hybrids. 1960, after losing his first seedlings to disease, David persisted and released his first rose, Constance Spry, in 1961. Despite early scepticism, he sold his roses directly to the public from his kitchen table, including a range of old roses and climbers. In 1970, coming into blossom, David introduced the term English roses to describe his new hybrids, combining old world beauty with modern benefits. With support from his wife Pat, these roses gained popularity and revived the old rose style. In 1980, David's breakthrough at the 1983 Chelsea Flower Show, particularly with Graham Thomas, helped establish the English roses' success. His rose garden became a world-renowned highlight and his business expanded significantly. Present day, leading the industry, David's commitment to creating beautiful roses earned him numerous accolades, including an OBE in 2007 and the RHS Victoria Medal of Honour. His roses, like Gertrude Jekyll, have won multiple awards globally, and his garden at Albrighton was named a Garden of Excellence in 2015. So isn't that lovely? And his son's also called David Austin, and he carries on that commitment today. I hope you enjoyed my little tour of David Austin roses. When I was 4, I do recall the first record I ever heard was I Beg Your Pardon, I Never Promised You a Rose Garden. And I remember thinking, what's a rose garden? Because where we lived at the time, there was a patch of grass at the front of the house and at the back, just concrete. So I never experienced gardens really in their full glory until the 70s. And then we lived by people who had the odd rose stuck up in the garden, you know, several metres than a rose, several metres than a rose. And I wasn't overly impressed. And then it wasn't until my adult life that I realised that David Austin roses were the ones for me. Let me know if you know of any other rose types that have beautiful scent and that look like they do at David Austin roses, because they have lots of blooms close together, so you can cascade them down buildings and columns and rooftops and round doorways and arches in a most creative way. And it's the scent as well. And the reason I went for Claire Austin rose this time was it's a climber and it has very strong scent, and also the Desdemona has a strong scent. So I thought I'll go with those. I nearly went with the Queen of Sweden because I've always liked that pale pink delicate flower, and I also like Olivia Rose as well, but I went with the strong fragrance ones this time because I was just choosing 2. And yeah, so we'll see how they grow up And yeah, just let me know if you know of any different types, because I think I had one rose once in the garden. It's huge, a big red thing, but it just used to just, produce one or two flowers, and that was it. So I like the idea of having the bountiful presentation of lots of roses all together. Now, my brother-in-law went to university, Aston University, and he used to socialise with a guy who introduced them to David Austin Jr., who's taken over the business from his dad. And because it's Chelsea Flower Show this week, I don't know whether they've won gold yet, I haven't checked. I looked last night on the television and I was looking at all the main showcase gardens, but I didn't hear about the roses. So I'm wondering whether they have. They do well every year, and it'd be interesting to know. But I didn't show you any pictures of the gift shop at David Austin Roses. If ever you go, beautiful gift shop as well, to have a little mooch around. And their toilets have this lovely hand cream called Bramley's Hand Lotion. So I'm going to look that up. It was really nice, and a hand wash as well. So that's it for today. I hope that you take something away with you. If you ever visit, or if you know of any rose gardens elsewhere, do let me know.